Hello, Intuitive friend, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, scheduling a private recorded reading, or for those of you who may be interested in learning more about my affordable Tier 1 or Tier 2 memberships on my Patreon platform, or for those of you who may be just interested in purchasing individual drops on my Patreon shop, then look down below in the description box. All the information and links are there for you. So today I wanted to do a special pick a card reading because on my channel I have readings for couples, and then I have readings for those people who are single. Okay, so we got couples, we have singles, but some of you have reached out to me and said, well, what about the people who are kind of like just starting to talk to someone, just starting to have this kind of like meeting someone in the very early stages of that type of exchange? So I want to say thank you to all of you for that question, because that's what actually I wanted to do a pick a card for you guys today, focusing on new connections, the flow and the vibe between you and the person that you are speaking with, that person and you. So that kind of mutual energy of the flow and the vibe in this new connection. So down below, you're going to see the timestamps. But before you go there, let me show you which preliminary piles or groups here are represented by the charms. Okay, so that being said, group number 1 is represented by black tourmaline crystal. Okay, so group number 1 has black tourmaline crystal. Group number 2 is represented by the crescent moon. Crescent moon is represented by group number 2, and group number 3 is represented by a 4-leaf clover. So that being said, what you can do now is just pause the video and allow yourself to connect with your inner oracle. See which group or groups you may be called to intuitively select. And then go down below in the description box and click on that link, and then I'll see you there. And don't worry, I'm still going to do more live shuffling for you in your designated pile. I'll see you soon. Hello, intuitive friend. You selected group number 1. Group number 1 is represented by the black tourmaline crystal. And as I said at the top of the introduction, these readings, or this reading, is for those of you who are in new connections, like you're starting to have communication with this person. It's really at the beginning stages of it. Okay, so today, again, the new connections, our flow and our vibe. Let's take a look at what the preliminary cards are here, and then we're going to jump in to getting more clarity. So you selected the black tourmaline, but you have here the sun, the moon. Wow, both very positive cards, by the way. The moon, you will be guided through darkness, and adventures. Okay. All right. So what I'm feeling here for the vibe and the flow in this new connection between you and the person that you're getting to know, and the person that you're getting to know and you, is especially with the sun card. So I'm going to start definitely here with this group right here. So the sun is, or represents, okay, so the sun card here, by the way, this is a Lenormand deck. This is not a tarot deck. However, it does have that similar energy of that vital source. It's giving happiness. It's giving a sense of confidence. The energy is positive. It's about seeing the glass half full rather than half empty. So it's a very positive energy here that I'm picking up at the start of this reading, focusing on your flow and your vibe. Now, you both have the moon. The moon is about the emotional depth. So I feel not only is it that you guys, or that the both of you are in this flow or vibe of being positive, okay, feeling happy. I'm also getting here, you're being illuminated by something. It's as if when each of you hear from each other throughout the day, or through a text, or through a phone call, or through a conversation, it's as if you feel more alive or more vibrant. Okay. And I feel that this is the flow and the energy between the both of you. The moon here, like I said, is about this also sense of fondness that I'm getting here. It's like you both of you are admiring each other, or you're in this flow and this vibe of admiring each other, okay? You also have here, again, another moon, but from a different deck. And this one says you will be guided through the darkness. So I feel that in this connection, either one of you or both of you may have had a breakup, separation, or divorce, and there was a sense here of being alone, or not seeing someone, or being single for quite some time, or at the very least, not feeling the urge to want to connect with someone for a bit. Okay, so I feel that that was this feeling that was there before both of you met. With the sun and the moon together energy, along with this moon here, I'm also getting here the excitement of the yang energy with the sun, with the calmness and intuitive yin energy of the moon. So I feel that the admiration and the fondness here is like mutual between the both of you. There's something here about like the excitement and the passion, but also the soul to soul type of getting to know each other. Like we're vibing, things are moving in a direction that seems and feels good. I feel here that when you either speak to each other, or if you've already gone on a first date, or coffee, or out to the movies, or had some sense of time together, that both of you enjoy the time that you work together. I mean, that you work together. Well, I don't know, maybe some of you are are working together, but what I mean here is like adventures. I feel here that with adventures, it's as if, it's funny because that just like flowed through me. And what I'm getting here is, for some of you, this may be, and again, it may not be for all of you, but I want to honor that message that came through about working together. I mean, this could be a person that's maybe worked in your department, or maybe lived in your building, or has been in your neighborhood. Like you've seen this person before, they've seen you, but you've never spoken to each other, and then all of a sudden you are speaking to them, or they're speaking to you, or there's something going on here, and it's as if it's like a second look, like you're giving something a second look. Okay, so for some of you that may resonate, but for others of you here, I'm getting that when you do talk to each other, when you do connect with each other, there is this feeling here of really enjoying that time together. What I'm also getting here energetically is there's this energy here of the potential, the flow and the vibe of a potential lasting connection. And I'm getting that because of the sun and the moon. It's as if this is like something that can continue to happen. It's like this energy of the cyclical energy. Look at that. Commitment just flew out of the deck. I was just going to say, this is exactly what I'm telling you. I'm feeling like there's a potential of a lasting connection between you and this person. And here goes commitment that just popped out of the deck. I feel that both of you think of each other throughout the day and night. So it's this constant energy and flow that is being generated just by this feeling, this energy here, this chemistry, this attraction, this sense of fondness or admiration here. Okay, that's how this is coming across. Now, I'm not surprised that this group has commitment. So, like I said, I feel this energy here, group one, where there's the energy and the flow and the vibe of a potential lasting connection here. A connection that is going to continue to be fun. There's going to be this sense of not only just like adventure, like, but the adventure of like love, the love journey, okay, the connection journey, the getting to know each other in a way that feels very effortless here. For some of you, because moon is in both decks, or I should say both decks, different decks here have moon, there may be here for some of you, like you speak at nighttime, you get in contact here at nighttime. For others of you, this may be a long distance connection. It doesn't have to be, but it could be, where there's a different time zone. Okay, so in one place is at daytime and another place is at nighttime. Again, this is a general reading, so I need to give you all the energies that are coming through that I'm channeling. Okay, but others of you, I feel there's this kind of like, could this be the person that I see next as a potential, person that I could connect with and commit to eventually, because again, this is just for new connections. By the way, there is the number 5 here. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, and there is the number 5 here with commitment. Let's see what else is coming through in regards to the connections, the connection, your flow and your vibe together. Interesting, that just parted there. Look, it says forgiveness here. Okay, these didn't come up, so that's fine. I'm just putting them aside. You got forgiveness here. And for some of you, this forgiveness is coming across as, remember that I said that it's like someone that you are giving a second look to, or this person is giving you a second look or a second chance. So for some of you, even though it's a new connection, it could be just like a renewed connection, like a reconciliation here. We're kind of looking at someone from a different point of view, maybe a friend that you've known for a while. But the connection is new because there's new energy here involved. Okay, so forgiveness says, allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. What I'm also getting here is this message that I said at the top of the reading, which is that there may have been here a situation, circumstance, and event in the past or recent past individually. So maybe you or your other person may have gone through a very traumatic, emotional breakup, separation, or divorce. And it's as if there's this energy here of thinking, no, I'm not going to find someone, or, you know what, I've given up on love, that type of energy. What I'm also getting is that there's this flow and vibe here of perhaps maybe of taking a while to heal from this past connection as well. Okay. It's as if this forgiveness has nothing to do with the flow and the vibe in your connection, but it's as if there was this sense of having to forgive and forget about certain situations in the past or recent past that may have been here, kind of like a shadow, right? So healing from that energy from a prior connection. Let's see what else is coming through here in regards to the flow and vibe in this connection. There you go, bonding, and I'm not surprised. Okay, remember that I've been saying since the top of the reading, I've been getting this energy of like fondness, admiration, chemistry, emotional depth, okay? This sense of like feeling alive or feeling like there's a, oh, they're texting me, or oh, they're calling me, or wow, this exchange. So bonding says here, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. There may be here sign, symbol, synchronicities here going on in this type of flow and vibe that both of you are in this new connection. All right, let's take a look at the last deck. Actually, this is not the last deck. This one is. So let's see what else is coming through here for adventure. What is the flow and vibe in this new connection? Let's see what's coming through here. All right, and we have here wolf. Okay, now wolf says instinctual connection, pack, guard. All right, now if you know anything about wolves, wolves are very dedicated to their pack. It's all about family. It's all about bonding. It's all about that connection. So I do feel that this flow and vibe that you both have, it's as if there's this kind of, like I said, this bonding, this chemistry, this emotional depth here with this moon, with this sense of confidence and fire. There is this instinctual or intuitive type of vibe and flow happening in this connection. If it isn't happening now, it will be developing. Okay, so I'm getting that. All right, let's see what else is coming through here. Last but not least, and then I'm going to give an advice that may be something that you may be needing now, or something just to be aware of in the near future in regards to this new connection. So let's take a look. Let's clarify. Let's clarify sun, the moon, and commitment. So what's going on here? What is the flow and vibe in this new connection with those three cards? And we have here strength. Whatever this is whatever is being felt, that is being thought of, is being experienced, it's being noticed, there's a strong bond here. There's a strong energetic flow and vibe happening in this connection. Although it's new, right? Because it's a new connection, but there's something here that's really kind of like feeling like, wow, there is a big potential here for something positive and something great. Now, the Strength card is ruled by Leo, okay? And that is validation, confirmation, the Sun card, like I said a little while ago. Leo is ruled by the Sun. So that being said, there is this sense of like, of vitality, of feeling a sense of confidence, feeling here very positive about the flow and the vibe within this connection. Let's see what the moon, forgiveness, and bonding is all about. Give me more clarity here on the moon, forgiveness, and bonding. What is the flow and vibe in this new connection? Let's see what else is coming through. And we have here King of Swords. So this is telling me that although all of this energy is being either experienced or felt, there is a very there's this presence here of being logical, rational, and analytical, getting caught up in the head or thinking a lot. Two of Wands, yeah. Someone who's not, you may feel it's not moving, even though there is the sense here, or not moving fast enough, because there's a lot of thinking going on here. So yes, there's this beauty, the beauty of the chemistry, the beauty of the positivity, of the emotional depth, of the chemistry, both of you recognizing, okay, the mutual attraction or mutual admiration here. But there's a lot here having to do with the mind. Thinking, assessing, observing, maybe even planning here with the two of wands right behind it. Understanding here that there's a need to let go of something in the past in order to be able to move towards a connection that is very different from the past. Like I said at the top of the reading here with this moon card. So I'm getting here that there's this energy, the flow here. Look, Three of Pentacles. I'm not surprised that that's there. You know why? Because I mentioned, sorry, I'm just making sure. Yeah, there we go. I mentioned earlier that the wolves are all about working as a team and working as a pack, working as a family. And guess what? The Three of Pentacles energy is that energy. It is the flow and the teamwork and the friendship and the alliance between people, between a group, between a team, and in this case is between the both of you. So Three of Pentacles energy is the energy, the flow, or the vibe of being able to work together as a team. Now, for some of you, you may say, wow, that's just like a lot of beautiful, messages, a lot of beautiful energy. But I'm not seeing all of that yet. Or I feel it, but we're not really talking about that yet. So for some of you here, the King of Swords is this kind of reminder that even if you're not seeing it, even if you're looking or experiencing it or kind of like noticing that there is a sense of being stoic, of being a little bit reserved, of being a little bit quiet, of not moving as quickly as either one of you may be used to from the past or recent past. It's because things here in regards to the energy within this new connection, it's feeling intentional. It's not something that's like a high and by type of energy. It's a type of connection that is looking for the stability, the give and take, the type of teamwork that may even be very much connected to feeling like we're working together as not only a team, but could even work together as family. So there could be something here about blended families eventually. Okay. So the feelings are here. It's just that the King of Swords is the type of energy that may be kind of being felt here, the flow and the vibe of being a little bit more reserved about it. So it's like we're still in the process. The verdict hasn't come in yet, whether, we're going to grow into something more or whether we're choosing each other. But even though, the verdict is still out, there's a lot of flow and vibe here, in a way leaning towards the energy of this connection being something more and leading into something very positive in the near future. Okay. Last but not least, let's see what advice, whether this advice may be needed now or whether this advice is needed in the near future. Let's see what's coming out for the both of you. All right, the flow and vibe within this connection. Look at that. You have appreciation. I feel here, and I said this at the top of the reading, so I'm going to remind you. Remember that I said that, especially with this, there's something here that may have been a very intense breakup, separation, or divorce in either your past or in that other person's past or recent past. However this may resonate, okay? There's a feeling here, a flow and vibe within this new connection that you are grateful to be either in this new connection, to have found each other, or there's this appreciation and gratitude of the friendship that is being built in order to move in a more heartfelt space. Okay, let's take a look at what the advice here says. It says every day has moments to be grateful for, no matter how small. Take a moment to notice the support around you and the progress you've made. These are the forces driving you forward. So it's even appreciating the situation, circumstances, or events that may have happened in the past or recent past that have, in a way, merged both your paths together for this sense of unity and this flow and vibe of chemistry, admiration, fondness, emotional depth, and the potential here of this energy of having a lasting connection with each other. Group number one, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and down in the comment section, if you can drop a rose, I greatly appreciate it. That lets me know that you really enjoyed the messages. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Hello, group number two. Group number two, you selected the crescent moon. All right. All right. I just wanted to mention, like, this fairy is like sitting on the crescent moon, and it's as if they're thinking about something. So we'll see how that may resonate throughout the reading. As you know, this reading is for those of you who are just beginning to get to know the person that you are exploring. So both of you are exploring. This is a very new connection energy. We're looking at the flow and the vibe within that getting to know each other type of connection. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at the preliminary piles. And of course, I have all these cards that I want to get through to give you more clarity. That being said, we have here clouds, okay, and the clock tower. Okay, I'm being called to do it this way. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We have here Earth. Okay, Earth. Now, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and it says here, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Okay, we'll see how all this may resonate. And then we have enlightenment, and it's like a ship, like a sailboat, kind of going through choppy waters here, okay? All right. I want to talk about this clock tower, which is the first card that popped out to me, okay? Clock tower, I'm going to talk about these separately, and then I'm going to talk about this together because I'm getting like it's important to kind of separate this for a minute here. The clock tower here, this is the Lenormand deck, by the way, okay? So it's this energy of, you know what I'm getting here? I'm getting like a third party energy here. And let me explain. The clock tower is very much connected to legal issues. It's connected to feeling separated, feeling like something is creating the sense of distance. Okay, like there's a third energy that may be present here in this flow and vibe within this connection. Now, it doesn't have to be a person. It could just be responsibilities. It could be that either one of you or both of you maybe are going through some type of legal issues, some legal matters, maybe a court case, something like that. For others of you, this could be the tower could be representing work. Okay, so having to work at a distance and that being some type of like challenge or obstacle here. This could also be this energy that I'm getting here is that some of you may have gone through a breakup, separation, or divorce, whether it was one of you or both of you. And there's this sense of having mixed feelings here about starting a new connection. or investing in a new connection. Because I'm getting here this energy, especially with the clouds, of confusion, of being uncertain, as if either this third energy, whether that being career, time, finances, juggling too many things at once, maybe a legal case, divorce, separation, meaning, two people are separated, but they're not legally divorced. But I'm getting this sense here of being uncertain about something, or a sense of uncertainty. Whatever it is, whatever this either third energy may be about that I'm getting here, it could be clouding the connection. Like the energy feels staticky to me. This could also be someone, either one of you or both of you, may have gone through a very, very, very big situation, circumstance, or in the or situation or obstacle in the past or recent past. And there's this energy here of being jaded, of feeling bitter, feeling jaded, feeling bitter about love, not having healed from that past energy. And there's kind of like this residual statickiness being felt, surrounding this type of energy here in this connection. I'm also getting here that there could be just mixed signals here with these two. What do I mean by mixed signals? If the other storylines did not resonate for you, perhaps this one may, because I'm getting here this energy of either one of you or both of you not really fully understanding where you both stand in this new connection. Meaning, are we just friends? Do you actually have an interest in me? Are you, that type of feeling? It's like, yes, I know, there's this interest, but is it mutual? Are you ready? There's a sense of uncertainty here. So I'm getting mixed signals. It could be also like the consistency is either minimal effort or it's not, there's a lack of consistency, which is creating this sense of like feeling like there's a sense of like uncertainty or getting mixed signals. That's how this energy is coming across. The Earth card here says utilize logic, reason, and common sense. And I feel that the flow and the vibe here is that either one of you or both of you you've felt this energy. You've seen it, you felt it, or you just feel like something is off. And it's as if, logically speaking, okay, common sense, it's like, you know what? Understanding that, you know what, if a person is interested in me, they're going to be consistent. If a person is interested in me, they're going to show effort. It's like knowing the things that you may know, but still feeling like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Do they really like me, or do I really like them? Or it's as if kind of like not knowing where to place the connection yet. Because again, this is a new connection, but I'm getting here just kind of like a lot of like uncertainty here. Or some type of like delays. Maybe like even saying, yeah, we're going to see each other, and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen. And then there's just like, I'm feeling like the dots are not connecting as smoothly as they should within this flow and vibe here. Okay. Both of you have here enlightenment. Okay. There may be something here of this flow of either one of you or both of you having the faith that whatever the situation, circumstance, event may be happening either on your end or on their end, or maybe just this energy of feeling bitter about love or feeling jaded because something hasn't been healed, that there's a sense of like having faith that with time, the emotions of whatever this may be about, or this third party energy may be about, like that's going to, it's just like a tough period. This could also be the vibe and the flow in this new connection of like feeling like you really, both of you, and when I say you, I mean you in plural form, both of you wanting to know each other because there's like, there's an interest here, but just not being the right time is also what I'm getting here. This could also be long distance because of that boat. There could be a lot of emotions here from the past that may be resurfacing, that may be causing a sense of uncertainty here, or a little bit of confusion. Like I said, I'm feeling third party energy, but let's see. The clock tower and the clouds. Let's get more clarity here with the clock tower and the clouds. And there we go. We have deep together, depth. I feel that the depth, there may be a little bit of a struggle here in regards to going deeper because, like I said, there may be some unresolved either emotions here. Like I sat here with this sailboat that's going into the water, but it's like in really rough waters. So I'm getting here that there's either a lack of depth, or there's something here not allowing, the energy or the flow to get deeper, because there's something here kind of being in the way of this new connection. For others of you here, there may be this energy and vibe here, this flow of actually feeling like you are at the right place at the right time with each other. So this connection came at a time where there's, whether through the friendship, whether through the conversation, there's a bit of illumination happening here, where things are making more sense on why whatever wasn't working didn't work, or kind of getting a clarity, especially if this is like someone who's like a workaholic, or there's just a lot of responsibilities going on and multitasking and kind of focus too much on one thing and not the other, like there's not a balance here. There is something within this new connection that is becoming very apparent, or there's an awareness here of like, you know what, I really do need to look into kind of whatever, fill in the blank. I got to focus on making sure this section over here is taken care of, because someone is making sense about this, or someone has made a comment within the connection about the flow that I'm getting here, that choppiness here. All right, I have here engagement. Okay, so both of you have engagement. You have your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This may also be one person who may be very focused on getting married, having a higher level of commitment, really wanting to date with intention. And like I said, this could be a connection where one of you may not be ready, or may be dealing with something in the back burner. There's something in the background. Okay. So that's how this is coming across energetically. All right, let's see what else is coming through here for you. I'm feeling the sense of like, remember that I was talking about long distance, and look, Camel came out. And by the way, there are two cards that came out. But I want to talk about this energy that I'm getting here. I'm feeling that there's a little bit of like, due to the past or due to the challenge here, that may be kind of creating a wedge in the flow and in the vibe of this connection. Okay. So there's either a sense of like not being fully transparent about something, or this third energy is creating here, because I feel like the energy is here. I feel like the chemistry is here, but there's something I can't like put my finger on it that is like in a way creating static here, or the lack of movement here in something. Okay. But I feel that there's an awareness happening here, though, through either the conversations that both of you are having, or through just getting to know each other as time is going by. There's this energy here that I'm getting, like there's illumination happening. There's an epiphany happening here. Let's take a look at the next cards that came out. So number one, Camel, resourceful, independent traveler. Okay, there maybe this person travels often. Maybe their job, or they're in an industry where they need to fly, or go at a distance in a car, or distance may be something of an issue here, or may be part of the energy that I'm getting here as the third energy, right? Because remember, third party doesn't always have to mean somebody else. It could be a something. It could be a job. It could be values that are different. It could be, just one person is a workaholic and the other person tends to be more balanced. But, you see what I'm getting? I'm getting at here. Remember that I talked about vulnerability before I even looked at these cards that popped out? And that's what I'm getting here with raccoon. The raccoon has what looks like a mask. I mean, obviously it doesn't have a mask, but the color of its fur gives it this mask around the eyes. So there's something here that may be hidden. There's some hidden emotions here that, like I said, not healed from the past. Okay. There could be here a lack of emotional depth. So that's why something feels a little off. Again, I feel the desire is here. There's a desire here to connect, but I feel that there could be more to the storyline. And, feel free to drop a rose in the comment section and let me know. That lets me know that this may have resonated. So pile 2 resonated for you. All right, let's get more information. Let's see where this is leading to here in regards to the additional messages here of the flow and the vibe in this new connection. Clock tower, the clouds, and deeper together. Right, and we have here the knight of the queen, I'm sorry, the queen of swords. Exactly what I said at the top of the reading, that I'm getting like there's something being hidden. Emotions are being hidden. There's very much logical, analytical type of energy here. Someone could have gone through a very, very difficult time, breakup, separation, divorce in the past or recent past. And that somehow has left a very big sting in the person's heart or in the person's energy field. And it's been difficult here for either this person or you or this person. Some energy here of being able to be more emotional or be more vulnerable, because the Queen of Swords is an energy that is very protective of their heart, so much so that there are no emotions being shown, or the emotions aren't shown as easily, in regards to vulnerabilities, or it's coming across as a stoic type of energy. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. So this energy here, whether it's this person, whether it's you, it feels the flow and the vibe of two people who may be interested in each other. But there's a sense here of someone, or maybe both, being a little bit guarded, feeling like there's a little bit of mixed signals. And I'm going to say this. If this storyline is not resonating for you, then this reading, this pile 2 wasn't for you. If you were kind of on the fence, it may have been that other pile that, you know, you have been feeling. But this pile right here is feeling very different than group number 1. That's for sure. All right, let's see what's going on here with this. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, again, Nine of Wands could be this energy. I don't know why I was going to put it here because I have one more. But the Nine of Wands energy is also, you know, it's persevering, you know. So it's a person that's, you know, there's an energy here. There's a flow and there's a vibe of wanting to move past this situation, circumstance, or events, this energy or this jaded energy, or, you know, being either, emotionally being guarded or being emotionally distant. Okay, so there's this potential here of this person saying, you know what, I've fallen 9 times, but I'm getting up on the 10th. So whether this person is representing you, group number 2, or whether it's representing the other person. But remember, Nine of Wands energy is also feeling guarded as well. So again, there could be this guarded feeling or energy here as well. That's the flow and the vibe that's coming through. Wow, King of Cups. And look at where the King of Cups fell with the raccoon and the camel. See? I feel that the flow and the vibe in this new connection is, whether it's one of you or both of you, coming from an energy where things may not have been healed, or there may be a little bit of this kind of like unable to read each other's energy, or being closed off to love, or there's a third energy happening here and being kind of stoic about it and trying to push, you know, the feelings and the emotions to the back burner, because there is a sense here of wanting to stay logical and analytical in order to be able to connect here in some way. But deep down, behind the mask of the raccoon, there's emotions here. There's attraction, there's emotion, there's this new sense of like romance being felt. There's this kind of like, I can connect with this person. But remember that the King of Cups has the emotional maturity and the emotional intelligence. So they may seem very calm, cool, collected, and that may be here, either them or you. There may be this energy of feeling calm, cool, and collected, but there is an energy here being felt that there's an attraction. We like each other, but there may be other layers here with other, in other type of storylines here. Like I said, I mean, this could be a breakup, separation, divorce. It could be a separation. This could be legal matters. This could be someone who's just uncertain about love anymore. They're confused. They may be going through some type of difficulty. Maybe it's job related. Maybe it's, finances related. Maybe it's just the wrong timing, but there are emotions here, or at least there's something. It's giving me something having to do with heart and emotion for sure. But it's, how are we going to move through this? You see what I'm saying? How is this energy going to continue to flow here? Because in order to be able to have a connection that could lead to something more, so this area here needs to be cleared. There has to be an energy here of wanting to move past those issues, troubles, delays, or confusion. All right, let's see what's the advice here for group number 2. Group number 2, reflect. Yep. Not surprised. Very similar to this King of Cups energy. They're both water, by the way. So the advice. Now, whether this advice is for now or for the near future, this is what it's coming through. Reflect. You're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. I was talking about that. There's something here, yeah. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition, which is all that the King of Cups is about. It's about that mutual emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. Okay? So, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section. Drop a rose. Let me know. That lets me know that you have felt that group 2 has resonated for you. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello, group number 3. Group number 3, you have selected the 4-leaf clover. This is a beautiful charm to have here and to select. It's all about that good luck type of energy. As I mentioned in the introduction, these messages are for those of you who are in new connections. So you're in this kind of talking phase and getting to know each other phase, okay? That being said, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on the flow and the vibe within your connection, this new connection that's taking place. Now, I do have preliminary cards here, but I do have more that I'll be shuffling throughout the reading. That being said, let's take a look here at what's coming through. We have here the fish. You also selected here the lilies. Okay. We have here the forces of nature favor you. Wow, that's beautiful. That's this kind of 4-leaf clover energy here being felt energetically here. So there may be this energy of like feeling very lucky to have each other or have found each other. We have here change and we have here flow. Okay, so flow and change here. All right. So let's see here. Very interesting because flow is giving me this energy here with the fish. Now, these 2 cards here, I'm going to give you the energies I feel about them separately and then what it's coming through together. Okay. So with fish, so first and foremost, fish is a very positive card in the Lenormand card, okay? So it's very positive because it's very much connected to the flow of emotions. It's connected to wealth, it's connected to abundance, it's connected to soul connections as well. So I feel here in regards to the flow and the vibe of this new connection, it's coming through as if there is a free flowing natural depth or natural feelings or the natural flow of the both of you. So things are running smoothly or you feel very comfortable. There's a feeling of effortlessness. All right. There could be strong physical attraction here. I'm also getting that there's a sense of stability as well. Because remember, the fish is about abundance and prosperity. So there could be here this sense of like feeling like either you are in a strong, stable place, either financially, either career-wise, or the other person. There's a sense here of feeling grounded, feeling strong, feeling stable, whether that's career, whether that's, finances, whether this is maturity, because lilies is about maturity. It's the energy of not only feeling something sincerely, okay, with the lilies. So there's sincerity here behind the emotions. But lilies is about maturity. So feeling stable and safe is the type of energy here that I'm getting. This could also be there's a sense of reliability, like you can count on this person can count on you. Now, even though it is a new connection, it's the energy of feeling like there's an energy here of being reliable. Like I can rely on someone, even if it's like a new connection. Okay, so let me explain it this way. This is the energy that I'm getting here. It's like feeling like this connection, it's like the either the other person or you or you're put together well, or you have a good head on your shoulders. Is that type of energy where even if you don't know the person deeply yet, they come across as a person who has it together. They come across as a person who has a good head on their shoulders, whether it's that's the way that you come across or the way that the other person comes across to you. But there's this sense of like being mature, there's a sense of wisdom here. There's this sense of like feeling like at peace with certain things here, maybe because career is going great, or maybe because there is a financial stability, or because there is the sense of this freedom to be themselves and you to be yourself. Okay. You also have here with the flow and the energy, the forces are the forces of nature favor you. So again, there could be this energy and this flow happening here. I feel here that there is, because lilies, there's a sense of maturity that I'm getting here. There could be this kind of like feeling like there's a potential here for something long term. Because and when I say long term, it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be some people are like, yeah, want to get married. And some people like, I don't need to get married to feel like I'm connected in a connection, right? But there is this sense of like the flow of depth and intention, and like being intentional here is real. Okay, like I feel that energy here. There's this calmness. There's this kind of like even being very intuitive. There's an energy here of understanding, like a deeper sense of understanding, not just about 3D things, not just about like knowledge and knowing information, but rather feeling the essence of something here, the wisdom. Again, because of lilies here, I'm feeling that wisdom having to do with maturity. Now remember, maturity has nothing to do with age. It could in some cases, but maturity has nothing to do with age. It has to do with life experiences and perhaps the changes that have been felt and been through that have gained this sense of intuition or this gain of awareness. What I'm also getting here is that this person may have felt like, yeah, I'm good by myself, and been okay with it. Like they may have been like, I'm good, being single. But there's something here within the energetic flow of the both of you meeting and talking to each other and starting this new connection where something may have changed or moved in a direction. Maybe it started off as just hi, and now it's like, there's an interest here. But it's coming across as there's a change of direction here. And it could be maybe a change of direction of um, emotions, of feelings, of maybe even the intention. Maybe at the beginning it was the intention. And when I say beginning, maybe through the first couple of chats, it was like, yeah, we're just getting to know each other. It feels, like we're friends. And there have maybe a change of course here because there's something here intuitively that is being felt or experienced in this connection where someone is like, or maybe both of you are like, you know what, maybe there could be a potential for something a little bit more here. Let's see. The fish and the lilies. Let's see what else, some clarity here in regards to this connection, the flow, And look at that, the flow and the vibe, and both of you have here hope. Yeah. I feel the flow and the vibe of manifestation. And both of you or one of you may have been manifesting the type of bumping into or the type of connection that is starting here in its early process. And it may be even here a manifestation that is now in movement. Because although this says change, remember, I read intuitively. So there could be like finally the manifestation is being seen, it's being felt, is being experienced here. And that's why this is talking about the forces of nature favor you. It's as if the universe is favoring this connection. And that may be here the reason why there's this kind of effortless flow and that there's this deep sense of peace. Because I'm getting here, there's this kind of easy flowy type of energy here, where there may even be here this deep rooted soul to soul energetically. And listen, I'm also getting here the feeling that some of you here, there's this vibe of could this be? Is it too good to be true? It's as if you won or you feel, right? You're this the energy, the flow here. Could this person really be the person that I've been manifesting and that I've been asking, praying, or looking for, or searching, or attracting? Because remember, there's the 4-leaf clover here. Okay? So let me bring a little closer. That's the 4-leaf clover right there. And this is the yearning and the desire here. Remember, this card was shuffled out. This wasn't in the preliminary. This is giving clarity to what was here in the preliminary cards. So, yeah, I feel the vibe here is that both of you maybe have been wishing for the same type of energy, connection, qualities, personality. And it's like now the time has come where finally something is changing, as in it's moving in a direction where the both of you may be exploring the possibility here or the potentiality of a connection that both of you have been looking for or have been praying for or asking the universe for. Let's see, let's get more clarity here with the forces of nature. All right, and what would we have here? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support for others. Yeah. Yep. Forever young. Look at this. Yeah. Listen carefully here, group number 3. This is how this is coming across. Listen, this group right here, manifestation and prayer, whichever religious or spiritual connection you may have here or your belief system may be, this group right here is a group that manifested each other. Tell you that right straight from the back. Okay, we have the forces of nature favor you. Like I said, I'm feeling here that it's the universe, God, higher realms, your higher self, whichever your religious or spiritual beliefs may be. Okay, this is the pile that both of you, or the energy here, the desire and the yearning and the hoping to meet someone with substance. And guess what? The universe, like it says here, let your friends help you. You are allowing, by voicing or saying or thinking about this connection and yearning it with such sincerity and heart, it's like it's manifesting before your eyes. It's like your prayers are being answered here. And the help has been either from above, ethereal, Maybe here help maybe came through a dating app. Maybe the help has come through friends introducing both of you together. Maybe here the friend has been just quote unquote coincidences, or, you know, finding the perfect time of the paths crossing each other here. But this is beautiful. And the thing is that there is an easy flow here. There's an easy breezy type of flow, you know, in this connection. Something feels at peace. Something feels like things are falling into place. Yeah, like a manifestation, or the prayer has been heard. This says, forever young, a song of youthful playfulness. What I'm getting here is that some of you may have, maybe even from an early age, have been really hoping to see certain characteristics in someone that you've been, like, how, when you're younger, you're like, oh, if I ever marry someone, I want to marry someone, or I want to be with someone, or I want to have a partner that's like this, and this, and this. And I feel here that's the energy that's happening here, that one of you or both of you have been in this kind of energy of like, I've been really wanting someone to be, and then you list whatever that is. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting here. Look what just fell out of the deck. Whale. Okay, now there are too many, but I'm just going to take whale as the card that I'm going to pull out here that just popped out. And whale says truth of emotions. Yeah, there's emotions here for sure. There's an energetic emotion here, for sure. We have the yearning desires, we have the fish, and by the way, lots of water here. Okay, so there's emotions here. Fish, the desire, okay, the hope card, the flow, the whale, which is all about water. Okay. Communication is very vital in this connection here. There's something about the flow and the energy of communication between the both of you in this new connection, because whale is about that type. You know how whales, like, they do those whale sounds. Okay. There's something here about being very big, very, very large. So I'm also feeling here that there could be either one of you or both of you could be very intuitive, because not only do we have here the full moon here, but also whale is water, and water is emotive. Water is sometimes even, said to be the conductor here of spirituality. Okay. Like it could help in, heighten spiritual awareness. Yeah, very interesting here, this pile. Oop, okay, that just turned over because I was reaching it, but let's see what else is coming through for you. Well, group number 3, if this pile is resonating for you, that's wonderful. If this is not resonating for you, you feel free to explore maybe another pile that you were kind of in between about. But yeah, very, very interesting here. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. The energy you give is the energy that you receive. The law of attraction is that 6 of Pentacles energy. What you think about, you bring about. 6 of Pentacles is the giving and the receiving. Very interesting, because I just talked about some of you here may have been either talking about, thinking about, wondering about, yearning, desiring some sense here of, bringing this energy towards you, or having the opportunity to meet someone. And it's as if the universe has heard your prayer, had heard your call. And it says here, friend, let your friends help you. 6 of Pentacles energy, the energy of reciprocity. So there's this energetic flow and vibe here of both of you really giving each other. You're pouring into each other, and because both of you are pouring into each other in the way that you can right now during this new connection, whether it's answering each other's texts, talking to each other on the phone, putting some type of action behind the communication. Okay, like I said, that horse is action. Whale, not only intuitive energy, but also emotions, putting emotions into action here. But this is the vibe that's coming through in this pile here. Very beautiful energy, by the way. There may be even talks of, or maybe even a comment, because it just came to me here saying something like, I wish we would have met sooner, or I wish I would have met this person way before, maybe even not having the conversation about that, maybe not even making a verbal, you know, announcement of that to the universe, but being felt in your heart. Okay, let's see what else is coming through here. Five of Pentacles. There was a sense of loss at some point in time within this connection. I mean, not within this connection, but there like either you may have lost someone very valuable or they may have lost someone very valuable. And I think that that's why there's this energy here of like, after going through that very big loss, okay, to the point of being so heartbroken that no matter what may have been in front of either you or this other person that you are connecting with now, it didn't matter because the loss was so big. It was just a hurt was so intense that nothing, was worth giving even a second look. And that may be the reason why this yearning and desire is here, because the pain it may have been something so big that it was like, come on, universe, I really want to meet someone that is worth my time, that is valuable. They have two cards that are Pentacles energy. So I feel here the vibe and the flow in this connection is that both of you value each other. Both of you may feel that you are very lucky to have met and to have crossed paths. You may feel the sense of being lucky because it's as if, whether this is something that you're going to realize later, that there may be here some type of sign, symbol, synchronicities or serendipitous events. There's something magical here within this connection. And I feel here that it's magical due to the fact that there's like a lot having to do with law of attraction, the law of resonance. Look at that. The Eight of Wands. I told you about communication. That's exactly what the Eight of Wands says. Fast moving communication here. Okay, it's also overcoming obstacles and delays. And look, Queen of Cups, another water card. Lots of water here. There's a lot of emotions here. Eight of Wands, both of you may feel like things may be out of reach, or that things may feel as like energetically or emotionally it may be happening very quickly. There could be here a lot of passion in this flow and vibe that is being felt and being experienced in this connection. I feel that there may be a little bit of a worry about that here. I feel that although it's being felt, there's this energy of kind of like, okay, let's move towards it slowly, because the Queen of Cups is not only intuitive, like I said, with that Moon card, but the Queen of Cups is also very calm, cool, and collected. Yes, it's loving emotions, it's romance. Queen of Cups, both of you are feeling very much into each other. There's either a strong physical attraction, and I felt this at the top of the reading, especially with this fish. And again, look, see, fish, and you have so much water here as well. So there's this kind of like physical attraction, especially with that Wands energy. So both of you feel that or think that each other is very attractive. There may be this sense of like that attraction piquing the interest and wanting to explore things further. But I feel here that both of you may have felt that you are each other's answer to the manifestations or the prayers that have been, whether quietly or maybe in your mind, have been kind of brewing for quite some time. Eight of Wands is being at a distance as well. So there may be something here about distance happening here, or, you know, being seen. Of course, we have the horse here, so there's like transportation. So because of that Eight of Wands, I'm feeling here that for some of you, this may feel like things are at a distance, or whether it feels that way, or whether there could be here distance. Look at this. We have cunning. You're being called to disguise yourself skillfully, like the fox hiding its true intentions in plain sight. The fox's cunning lies in its soft exterior while plotting in the shadows. I'm going to explain what this is about, so don't worry. Hold on a second. Use careful tactics to keep your actions unannounced, okay? Now, remember that I was talking about this Five of Pentacles energy. Now, this Five of Pentacles energy, whether it was you, group number 3, or whether it was the other person, I said to you, there was a very deep sense of grief and sorrow with a connection from the past or recent past, whether this was a breakup, whether it was a separation, whether it was a divorce. And this is causing this energy here, because this is beautiful energy. So this is even kind of in a way kind of letting you know, be careful that you don't feel that this is too good to be true, because it is very good and it is true. It could be a potentially really good relationship or a very good connection, because I'm feeling that this connection here, group number 3, this is like a divinely timed for you. But because either one of you or both of you may have gone through a very big heartbreak, you may have the tendency to be very skeptical about the connection, or be very much in your head about the connection, because you feel there's a fear here that whatever may have happened in the past or recent past could be happening again, especially if it was deception based, okay, or lack of transparency, or whatever the person in the past or recent past, or whatever connection may have broken your heart. There may be a fear of going through that again. And so that fear creating a sense of hesitation with this connection here. Okay? So this is the advice for you. Like I've been saying it for all the other. So this advice for you is, listen, don't get too caught up in thinking that this is too good to be true, or that someone is actually out to get you or something like that. Because this could be the blessing here that you've been asking for such a long time and haven't been getting because you weren't ready, or the other person wasn't ready. So there was a need here to heal something profoundly before the divine said, okay, you know what? Let's give this group number 3, the 4-leaf clover. Let's give them that manifestation that they've been looking for, searching for, asking for such a long time, where they may have felt it was out of reach, and now it's becoming an emotional reality. Group number 3, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose down in the comment section. Let me know how this message resonated with you. Take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.